Hey everybody, how are you? Yes, we are all right. I'm in DUI on the northern beaches of Sydney. It's a beautiful day and we are in Aunty Beverlys' kitchen. And we've been staying here a couple of nights, and to say thank you, tonight we are baking for her a beautiful Christmas ham. Now, the thing that I have found really interesting over the last 2 weeks as I've toured around Australia promoting 4 Ingredients Christmas is how few families actually bake a ham. So, wherever you're joining me from today, let me know yes or no if you've ever baked a ham. And if not, why not? So this is how simple it is. In fact, it's this easy, you can even do it successfully in somebody else's kitchen. So all I've done to prep is to preheat the oven to 160 degrees and got a baking tray and lined it with some baking paper. Now that's not necessary, but you're going to glaze it with a sticky marmalade, which is essentially sugar. So without paper, it'll stick to the base, just a little bit of extra cleaning up. So, you know, a little bit of baking paper helps on the elbow grease at a later date. So you've got your ham. Now this year, if you are creating a beautiful centerpiece via a baked ham, can I suggest you seriously consider buying IGA's award-winning ham? Recently, it won the Pork Mark Awards for the best available ham in the country, 2018-2019. That's a really big coup because it's judged by a panel of experts, a raft of different criteria, but they're really looking at juiciness and moistness of the meat. They're looking at, flavor. Does the natural smokiness come through? The complexity of flavors. So when you buy an IGA ham, not only do you know it's award-winning and therefore premium product, it's also really good value. Whether you live in, Kalgoorlie, Cooper Pedy or Cairns, no more than $7.99 a kilo. So once you've got your ham, it's vacuum sealed. You can go buy it tomorrow if it's on sale somewhere else cheaper. WA, I think it's $6 a kilo, lucky people. So you want to keep it until you're ready to bake it. Remove the vacuum seal, and then what you want to do is just get a knife and start to actually remove this tough skin. So I started doing that a little bit before. So that comes off, and then I know people who keep quite a bit of fat on the pork, or you can take it off, whatever suits you and your family. So I just kind of cut around the piece, removing that. And then I leave a little bit around the knuckle because after baking, I'm going to use that to decorate it. So you might want to decorate with a little bit of hessian, get the color scheme that you are, celebrating Christmas in at your house this year, get a little bit of the ribbon, and then maybe some fresh twigs of rosemary or thyme. And hello to everybody joining us wherever you are. Happy Tuesday. And we are urging you to choose IGA's award-winning ham this Christmas if you are like me and making your ham your Christmas table centerpiece. And then once you've done, I'm just gonna get rid of those little bits of fat and set them aside. Let's just pop them over here on the sink. Voila. And then what we want to do is we want to score our ham. So all we've done so far is we have removed the rind and we want to just score. So I'm going to start over here in the edge and I'm going to score. Now before you ask me how deep, you can do just a really nice little line, or I'm going to actually go around about 1/2 centimetre down into the meat. So, and what this does, only because in my family, we like the exterior of the meat once it's baked, to have that really nice kind of crunch, which offsets the lovely juiciness of the actual baked meat. So once you've scored across, you want to turn your meat around and you want to score diagonally in the other direction. And what this does, I don't know if you can see this, but see how it starts to form a lovely little diamond pattern? And it's just about presentation. This is your Christmas centerpiece. So it's just, food is first eaten with the eye. I know I say that all the time, but it's so true. if it looks good, they are gonna come a-running. So right, once it's scored, our next step, and hang with me because we're nearly done here. Our next step is to get our glaze. Now, my glaze today, I am using Budrum Ginger Marmalade. Yes, let me repeat that. A Budrum Ginger Marmalade. Okay, so it's from the Sunshine Coast like me, slightly biased, but it's a beautiful product. And the thing, when you cook with only 4 or fewer ingredients, it's Christmas time, you're looking for award-winning, full of flavor. You're looking for ginger and citrus in the one jar for beautiful flavor. So what we're gonna do, I don't boil this down, I don't add anything to it. There's enough sugar, is kind of just pat it over the face of the pork. And I'm going to use this quite liberally. And what this is going to do, this is going to turn the face of your pork, of your ham, and the skin of it up here, give it a really golden, glistening kind of sticky, syrupy coloration. And it is just, I think as well, it's the combination of the salty and the sweet that's really magic. Now, I know you can't smell this, but that ham and this ginger are really tickling my senses. They come together to create loveliness in a Christmas baked ham. So if it falls off, pick it back up, just pat it on again. Look at that, what's that taken us? About 90 seconds. We're not too bothered that it's a little bit messy and then it's falling on the tray. That's why we've lined the tray. That's okay. Now for our aromatic, that's about as good as I'm going to get it down this side until I get some cloves on it. For our aromatics, what we are going to use are some cloves. So there's our lovely cloves. And a little tip, what I suggest, if you are buying cloves, buy them this week, because I know last year I went looking for cloves. I made so many hams for taste testing for so many people, then went to buy my own cloves and they were sold out the week before Christmas. So get in early and get your cloves now. And while you're shopping, pick up your IGA ham and your Budrum Ginger Marmalade at the same time. Now remember before, when we scored our ham, we created those little diamond-like patterns. So into the edges of those, all over this lovely ham, I am pushing our cloves. And they too, so you've got the sweetness of the marmalade, you've got the saltiness of the ham, and then you've got the aromatic of the clove. And it just combines together to create magic. Christmas table center magic. So this is probably the lengthiest, part of this entire job. Removing the skin and studding it with your cloves. And there's a whole host of different, like I was talking to a lady last night, and I'd be interested to know if any of you have done this as well, glazed your ham with apricot jam. So she had used apricot jam. I've done mustard, honey and mustard before, maple syrup and pepper, all sorts of different combinations. But I find this one, in terms of ease, is by far the best. Ease and end result, this little combination is magic. So here we are. And I'm doing it, you can see I'm actually doing it in my baking tray just to save on mess. One less thing to have to clean up, because the baking tray is going to go straight into the oven. And then all over this side as well, we want some more cloves. So hello to everyone joining us today. Happy Tuesday. What prompted me to make this, I actually cooked this same ham on Today Extra this morning with the delightful Davy Campbell and Sylvia Jeffries. So I had one, here's one I prepared earlier, and I had this one, and I thought, well, rather than leave it there, I'll bring it home and cook it for Aunty Beverly and Uncle Jeff, who have kindly let us stay in their beautiful unit here in DY. So it's nice, isn't it, when other people cook your dinner too every now and then. And the good thing with 4 ingredients, it's not only easy, but generally it's flavorful and successful at the same time. And for those of you that haven't been over onto our website yet, make sure you get over there, because we have our 12 days of Christmas sales going on. So Anyone with kids or grandkids in your life, today is 12 days of Christmas. We're up to day 2. It started yesterday. And kids is on sale for just $19.99, sent anywhere across the country for free. So that offer, I think, ends tonight at midnight. So make sure if you've got little kids, big kids in your life, if you are a carer or someone who looks after children, get yourself a copy. $20 of 4 Ingredients Kids. Tomorrow, I do believe it is 4 Ingredients Christmas, and it's going to be on sale for around about $20, $19, $20 tomorrow, and again, sent for free anywhere across the country. So now I'm just going to come up to the top, and I'm just going to rest a couple of cloves on the crest of our meat, just for look and crunch when it bakes. These will expand a little as well. You'll find when they bake, they expand a little, but it's just that subtle bit of flavor they give this meat when it's cooked. It's just delicious. And my loves, if you have any questions, by all means, any Christmas entertaining questions or whatnot, by all means, ask me here. And I'll respond. We're nearly finished because you don't need to, we're not going to hang on the line for an hour and a half. So once you've done this, just pat on a little bit. Some of that jam has fallen down, so I'm just going to pat that on. This is the only time I glaze this piece of meat. I don't open the oven back up. I don't glaze again. I now have an hour and a half to do other things. The magic now just happens. So you've preheated your oven to 160. It's already in your tray. You want to bake it in the lower third of your oven for just an hour and a half. Remember, this big piece of meat's already smoked. It's already cooked through. So all you're doing is warming it through, so a relatively low heat, until it's all glistening and sticky and syrupy on the outside. It's just magnificent. And then when you're about ready to take it out 15 minutes beforehand, you can prep yourself a beautiful side of veggies, steamed veggies, baked veggies, or tonight we're just, because it's such a beautiful warm day here in DY, we've just made a beautiful fresh salad. So I bought just a mesclun of Community Co from IGA salad, a mixture of greens, and then onto that I sliced a red onion. There's your bitterness, your tartness, mango, there's your sweetness, feta cheese, there's your creaminess, a beautiful little cranberry, there's your chewiness, and macadamia nuts, there's your crunch. And that's a really visual, pretty, colorful salad that I whipped up in literally maybe 2 minutes. The hardest part of that was cutting the onion. And then to dress it, get yourself a really nice, simple balsamic glaze, or a vincotto, however you pronounce that, same sort of thing. And that's what we're going to dress it with when we're ready to eat with just some sliced up sourdough. And that's it, beautiful people. I'm going to put the rest of those little cloves. Last tip, when it comes out of the oven in an hour and a half time, you'll find that the base here captures a lot of those beautiful juices. So you want to transfer this, when it's cool enough to handle, onto a tray, like a serving platter or a nice chopping board. Transfer it onto that, wrap your knuckle, make it look really pretty, dollop some lovely cherries around it, and then with a big spoon, ladle that yummy, salty, sweet, aromatic sauce all over the top of your ham before you slice to serve. And there you go. That is as difficult as it gets in Aunty Beverlys' kitchen on a Tuesday night. See you, everyone. Hope you're having as good a night as we are here in Sydney. Bye.